In Tanzania, there's an extraordinary 3-year-old. She gets water, prays for it, and turns it into holy water. That holy water heals people from different diseases and even some deadly ones that doctors cannot. She has healed a lot, not 1, not even 10, but she has healed many sick people with different diseases. And she's becoming famous because of miracles she performs. What is so unusual is that as other normal babies are born after 9-month pregnancy, for her, she spent 3 years in her mother's womb, and she even started talking at 7 months. What kind of a child is this that she even heals mad people? She heals the deaf, heals cancer, and casts away evil spirits and demons. Where does she get this authority from? And what kind of a child is she that drives people from different countries worldwide, all looking forward from her healing? A group of Afrimax journalists took a journey to this country in the province of Mara, the village of Rorya, where the young child and her parents live. Coming to this home, there are always crowds of people with different problems from different corners of the world, all looking to be healed by the young child. This is Julius Otieno.
Naitwa Julius Otieno.
And this is Agnes Tabu.
Kwa majina naitwa Agnes Tabu Julius.
The parents of this extraordinary child named Enis. It's a family of 11 children and Enis is the last born. The 2 parents are all Christians from the Catholic Church. Parents say they also have nowhere to start as they witness miracles daily and more special abilities. They believe that the more she grows, the more her superpowers increase. A few years ago, when it was around 4 p.m., Enis was playing around with other children while her parents were inside the house. Enis raised the hand and said, "Mommy's calling." But others replied, "She's not, for we would have heard the voice." But she said, "No, I'm not talking about the biological mother. I'm talking about another mother," she replied. She stood up, going to the other mother she mentioned, and fellow kids followed her. In front of them, there was a burning flame, and Enis runs toward that flame. Her fellow friend tried and stopped her, but she was stronger than them, and she entered that burning flame. Fellow children ran back home and said everything, as they thought she could burn completely. Parents hurried up and met Enis on her return, and she immediately knelt down, said the Hail Mary prayer, and concluded with St. Ignatius' prayer. Parents were surprised and approached church leaders. They phoned when the baby would recite well that Hail Mary prayer and were shocked, knowing that she was never taught anything.
Kuanzia siku hiyo tunafanya yale maagizo yake.
Nguyuni nimembeba tumboni miaka mitatu.
The mother says that since the day she was pregnant, she had the baby moving around the womb and later stopped. She then felt too much pain and she always worried that she might produce via C-section. But after 3 years, she had a normal delivery. Later, Enis started manifesting superpowers as the baby started speaking, listening and answering everything, and even walking at only 7 months. From there, she started showing her special talents as she prayed for us, and we could see the flame of fire on top of the head. She could pray, and the next day, fire from heaven would cover her, but she would not get burned. Holy Mary started visiting and appearing to her since young, and that is who she called the Mother, and she thinks Jesus is her brother.
Yes.
She always tells parents that she's a daughter from heaven. The father was surprised a lot by her daughter, as she always told them that her mother is calling, but they could hear nothing, and the daughter would be meaning Mother Mary.
Amemwambia yule babu, unamuona huyu? Huyu ni kaka yangu na huyu ni mama yangu.
It's not the first time in Catholic history talking about Marian apparitions. In all Marian apparitions, the Blessed Virgin Mary often visits young children. For example, the Fatima children in Portugal, who are between the ages of 7 and 10. And Enis is one of the many young children that were visited by the Virgin Mary and went on performing a lot of miracles in front of many. There are always crowds of people who come to pray from here, and most of them always look forward to be healed from deadliest diseases, cancer, bewitched ones, madness, and more. It's done for free of charge, and parents wish to see more people coming here and witness more miracles by Mother Mary through the young Enis. A lot can testify that she's really a special one. In this area, they all speak Kijauro language, but she surprised parents when she started speaking Swahili fluently.
Changamoto ni nyingi sana. Kuna watu wameshamtega hapa na juisi hili afe. Akasema mama amekataa hawezi kufa hivyo.
There are people who are jealous of her in this area and have attempted killing her for multiple times, but God has always been there. Someone once brought poison juice and she powered it down. Witches and wizards in this area hate her so much as she always heals those whom they bewitch. One day, they gave her poisoned banana and the kid detected this automatically and said, "Why would you kill me with poison?" And that one shamefully ran away and disappeared. Mara region lies in the northern part of Tanzania, near the borders of Kenya and Uganda. It's where the UNESCO World Heritage Park is located, also known as the Serengeti Park, known for many wild animals such as zebras and gazelle. This hilly and mountainous region is where Mary appeared to Enis. In a message from Mary, she said,
Tujenge nyumba.
Amekwambia ufanyaje?
Nyumba ya jiwe.
Mary appeared to her the day before we came here, and she was told to build a church using stones and urged to always pray. Jesus is my brother and Mother Mary is my mom. I pray for the water I use when heal people by pouring holy water on them, and those who believe get healed. The dad says,
Tukaenda mlimani.
once she had a revelation and asked them to take her to a mountain. They traveled until they all got tired, and after a long walk, they returned home, and it was around 2 a.m. Instead of sleeping, the young kid started singing loud, and the more she sang, the more they felt too much powers around. She had given me a stone and later said that would be the cornerstone when building the church, as bricks are not allowed when building that church. We witnessed everything with our own eyes. Enis is always playing with fellow children, but taking a close look, she's extremely careful.
Tufanye ukamweka kwenye moto. Wakamfungia.
Ndugu zangu, mimi naitwa Cleophas.
Cleophas saw someone who was mad, but after powering him that water, he automatically became normal. Yet many had tried bringing him back to normal but failed. The other was blind but started seeing again God's creations.
Kwa majina naitwa Franco Agaka Okeji.
I'm called Franco Agaka Okeji. They sent me evil spirits and I went to Kenya. Paid more than 750,000 Kenyan shillings, but nothing was fixed. Me and my mother went to Masonga village, and witches from there enjoyed my money and never helped. I went to different places, but there was no solution. Evil spirits would take me to bushes and I could feed on grass like cows, and people would tie the rope around me so that I would not run away as no one would stop me. Someone advised mom to come here. We were only left with transport fee, and she poured water on me. From that day up to now, I've never been the same. I no longer have strange behaviors like eating grass and more. Thank you. This is Enis, a child who performs miracles and a daughter straight from heaven of Mother Mary.